Why did Chae Soo-bin choose to stand next to Lee Min-ho instead of Yoo Yeon-seok? In a moment that no one saw coming, the red carpet scene quickly turned into a whirlwind of emotions. As cameras flashed and eyes followed every move, Chae Soo-bin's unexpected position beside Lee Min-ho sent fans into a frenzy, with jealous reactions and heated debates erupting across social media. Was it a spontaneous choice, or does it hint at something deeper behind the scenes? Join Red Carpet Revealed as we dive into the drama and uncover the story behind this headline-making moment. In the ever-evolving world of K-dramas and Korean celebrity culture, it takes just one photo, one glance, or even a single event to shake up the fandom. And that's exactly what happened when actress Chae Soo-bin was seen standing beside actor Lee Min-ho instead of her longtime co-star Yoo Yeon-seok. What seemed like a simple appearance at a fashion event quickly exploded into an online frenzy, fueling fan theories, passionate debates, and even dreams of a brand new on-screen pairing. This unexpected spark began during a high-profile global fashion event, where both Chae Soo-bin and Lee Min-ho were invited as brand ambassadors. They didn't walk hand in hand, there were no romantic lines exchanged, and yet, the power of their mere proximity was enough to send fans spiraling. Dressed in an elegant satin gown with a clean-up doe and understated makeup, Chae Soo-bin exuded grace and sophistication. Beside her stood Lee Min-ho, embodying timeless charm in a perfectly tailored suit. The energy between them, though subtle, was magnetic. What made this moment so striking wasn't just the fashion or the star power. It was the nuance, the way Lee Min-ho's eyes lingered on Chae Soo-bin, the natural ease of their presence. The contrast between this new pairing and the familiar softness she shared with Yoo Yeon-seok. Fans had grown accustomed to the sweet, heartfelt connection between Chae and Yoo, forged in the drama The Ringing Phone. Their chemistry felt real, soft autumn tones of affection that drew viewers in with warmth and sincerity. Yet, the presence of Lee Min-ho brought out something entirely different in Chae Soo-bin. Her aura shifted from tender and gentle to commanding and luminous. She was no longer the soft rose of a heartfelt drama, she was a radiant force, blooming with confidence and elegance. Next to Lee Min-ho, Chae Soo-bin looked like she belonged in a modern fairy tale, the kind filled with grandeur, intrigue, and a different kind of love story. Netizens noticed the shift immediately. Comments like, "She's glowing in a whole new way, and I've never seen her look this powerful," began to dominate social media platforms. Theories spread like wildfire. Was this a sign of a new drama in the works? Were the two actors testing their chemistry for a future collaboration? Or was it simply a magical coincidence that stirred the public's imagination? Adding fuel to the fire was a subtle yet telling moment. Lee Min-ho liked a behind-the-scenes photo of Chae Soo-bin from the event, a photo in which he wasn't tagged. In the world of K-entertainment, such a small gesture carries enormous weight. Fans dissected the timeline, noting every glance, every expression. The tone of Chae Soo-bin's later interview where she coyly remarked, "I'd love to work with someone who makes me feel like I shine just by standing next to them." Though no names were mentioned, fans were quick to connect the dots. Could she be hinting at Lee Min-ho? Was this admiration mutual? The chemistry was undeniable, and the visual harmony between them had already inspired a flood of fan-edited posters, imagined scripts, and Dreamcast trailers. To understand why this moment captured so much attention, we must revisit Chae Soo-bin's journey. Known for her gentle on-screen persona and versatile acting, she rose to fame through roles that emphasized emotional depth and natural warmth. Her pairing with Yoo Yeon-seok had been particularly well received. Their interactions, both on and off screen, gave rise to speculation that their connection might extend beyond the camera. Fans described them as the couple that never needed to try too hard, and their subtle, tender chemistry became a signature of their shared appearances. But in entertainment, familiarity can sometimes give way to curiosity. The novelty of seeing Chae Soo-bin with someone as iconic and visually commanding as Lee Min-ho was like a jolt to the system. It opened a new lens through which to view her, not just as a gentle leading lady, but as a powerhouse capable of commanding attention in even the most dazzling company. This wasn't a dismissal of her past work, or a critique of her pairing with Yoo Yeon-seok. Instead, it was a celebration of her versatility. With Lee Min-ho, she projected a different kind of energy, bold, enigmatic, and undeniably regal. The contrast was so stark, it felt like watching a different actress altogether. Even fashion critics joined the conversation, highlighting how Chae Soo-bin's styling at the event contributed to this transformation. Her satin dress, revealing just enough shoulder to exude femininity while maintaining a sophisticated silhouette, complemented Lee Min-ho's sharp, clean-cut suit. Together, they looked like characters pulled straight from a luxury drama, not yet written, but already imagined by thousands. As their photos spread across online forums, fan accounts, and entertainment news outlets, and for a drama collaboration grew louder. Posts titled "We Need a Chae Soo-bin x Lee Min-ho series ASAP" began trending. Fan fiction, concept art, and even mock trailers flooded platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Perhaps the most telling part of all this was how quickly the conversation shifted. It wasn't just about who stood where, it became a broader dialogue about how one moment can redefine an image, challenge preconceptions, ignite a wave of creativity across an entire fan base. What made this pairing so powerful? It wasn't simply the visual harmony or the unexpectedness, it was the way both stars brought out something new in each other. Chae Soo-bin, known for her delicacy and warmth, appeared bolder and more poised than ever. Lee Min-ho, often cast in the role of a charismatic chaebol or mysterious heartthrob, displayed a softer, focused energy in her presence. Together, struck a balance that was neither overpowering nor overly sweet. It was mature, compelling, and full of narrative potential. Soon, fans began crafting storylines. In one popular concept trailer, Chae Soo-bin played a driven art curator, while Lee Min-ho portrayed a reclusive billionaire with a tragic past. Their characters clashed and collided before falling into a slow-burn romance set against the backdrop of a museum restoration project. Another fan imagined them as rival CEOs in a high-stakes business drama, navigating power, pride, and passion. Hashtags like #Min-soo couple and #visual royalty began trending, with fan edits reaching millions of views. Designed fictional posters that look so professional, even entertainment agencies took notice. Some even speculated that this sudden storm of enthusiasm could influence casting decisions in the near future. But beyond the fantasy and fun, there's something telling about this response. It reveals the hunger audiences have for fresh pairings and surprising chemistry. It speaks to the evolving landscape of Korean dramas, where casting choices can breathe new life into familiar tropes and where fans now play an active role in shaping buzz and demand. Meanwhile, Chae Soo-bin and Lee Min-ho continued on with their respective careers, saying nothing publicly about the viral moment. Still, fans watched closely. A shared event here. Mutual social media follow there. Every gesture became a clue in the ever-expanding puzzle. Critics weighed in as well. What we're seeing isn't just hype, one industry insider said. A reaction to chemistry that feels authentic, and a desire to see two top talents challenge each other on screen. And there is truth to that. At their level, the actors have little to prove. But a fresh collaboration could redefine their careers in unexpected and thrilling ways. It could push them artistically, them out of typecasts, and offer viewers a drama that feels electric from the very first scene. Some fans even began revisiting older interviews, trying to find signs that this collaboration was destined. In one clip from years ago, Lee Min-ho described his ideal co-star as someone with quiet strength and natural elegance. Another fan unearthed a comment from Chae Soo-bin, praising Lee Min-ho's ability to command presence without saying a word. Whether or not these details mean anything remains to be seen. But what is certain is that the fandom is ready for a new era. Ready to see Chae Soo-bin step into bolder roles. Ready for Lee Min-ho to show a new side of himself. And if the industry is listening, perhaps that dreamy poster of them standing side by side won't remain a fantasy for long. It might become the first teaser image of the next drama that captures hearts worldwide. In the end, this wasn't just a red carpet moment. It was a turning point, a spark that lit imaginations, a glimpse of potential that now lives in the minds of millions. And maybe, just maybe, it's the beginning of a new K-drama legacy in the